Hello everybody, hope you're well. Hope everything's you either had a fantastic last few minutes since the last video, last film, or you've had a fantastic weekend or a fantastic day, or whatever you've had since the actual last time you saw me talking to you like this. Um, did anybody realise on Saturday what we had? Now, if you're looking back on this, Saturday was the 27th of February 2021. So if you're looking back on this, that was a particularly special day, right? Anybody know why? Is your brains going? The reason why it was a special day was nothing to do with like birthdays or anything like that, but it actually was a full moon on Saturday. Saturday the 27th was a full moon. Now it's also known as a snow moon, and it's also the 15th day after the Chinese New Year. Now for anybody who's actually been looking at any of the live stream stuff that I've been doing, anything that you've been filming, I've been filming, you will know, you will have seen on the 12th of February I did a little Chinese sort of thing, little bit about, what people over in China and the Asian sort of continent, what they actually do. Some little bits of what they actually do. And one of those things was that the new year always lands when it's actually a new moon. Okay, so new year, new moon. A new moon means basically when we have got in the way of the sun, right? And the moon's directly behind us. So it's there, but the sun can't get to it, all right? Because we get in the way, yeah? So that was the actual new moon. So it was in the sky at night, but you couldn't see it because there was no light going onto it, okay? So what we actually had then was 15 days afterwards was the end of the Chinese Spring Festival. And they mark that with the Lantern Festival. And they do all the dragon dances and everything else. And there's literally millions of people around Asia, this sort of thing, that will have celebrated that. Now, over here in the West, it's not really something that most people cotton on to. But they have a major party. They have a 15-day sort of, party sort of thing where they celebrate various things and do various things in the house and all sorts of things, and with the friends and the neighbors and family, and they do all this stuff. And then on the 15th day, when the full moon comes out, which is when we've got ourselves out the way, right, and the sun can shine right onto the moon and we're not in the middle of it or anywhere part of it, then that's the final day of the Spring Festival. Now a snow moon, in some cultures, a snow moon is also called a snow moon because it represented that sort of season that was coming to an end where they had a lot of snow, this sort of thing. And snow moon is fairly common. It's a common sort of like name around various parts of the world, this sort of thing. I know in America, with the Indian, the Red Indian over there, as they were called when I was growing up, the indigenous, people in America, they call that a snow moon as well. And I just think it's beautiful because when you look up at the moon is reflecting the light from the sun, and it is absolutely beautiful. Now we don't get that often where you can look up at night when we get the snow moon, which is the second full moon of the year. It's always the second full moon of the year, right? And if you look on things for next year, this sort of thing, you go, oh, second, we'll work it out because the scientists will have worked all this out. And you get there and it's the second full moon. Go back 15 days from that and you're going to get your Chinese New Year, right? But isn't it beautiful? You've got this sunlight, it's hitting the moon, and then the moon reflects back. And I looked out for the last 2 or 3 nights, and the whole of the garden literally is lit up with that beautiful bluey white sort of illumination that's come from the sun onto the moon and then back to us. So the light is actually being refracted, being pushed back, you know, back to Earth. And it is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. The whole of the garden was lit up. You could see everything in the garden. You could go for a walk in the garden, this sort of thing. And it's not that often that we get clear skies. We can guarantee a clear sky for the snow moon, okay? Which is that second one. Anyway, a little bit of information. I hope you realise what it was. Maybe some of you did realise what it was, and maybe you got yourself a takeaway Chinese or something like that during this lockdown situation, and you enjoyed the Chinese food or bought some Chinese food in, this sort of thing. But anyway, we'll make a start today. If you bring your feet together and hold the moon, bring your cloud across the moon and bow. I'm going to go straight into a warm-up, all right, from here, straight to a warm-up. So give me a couple of seconds, I'll get the phone running at the side, get the music going, and then I'll be back here looking on cool. All right, see you in a sec. You can hear rustling, I'd imagine, at the moment, because I've lost my little bag, and I've now got a little plastic bag. So that's a bit of a rustly thing. So excuse the rustles and the shakes. Here we go. Don't forget, if you're in a group, when I say change, next person's turn, change. 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 Sisters in bed, mother is shouting to her, pack up your dolls, dinner is ready, go to change. The whole house smells good, I look at the street, the scenes exactly the same, the windows are blazing, change. Change. Don't think I'm wrong. I'm singing songs, just watching Sundays on. Change. 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 Seriously uncool answer, but anyway, I'm trying. Very trying, as some people would say. Okay. In the last film that I did, which was day 30, on day 30 we did and completed the review of the stanzas, and we completed the review of everything from this bunch of moves over here, right? I term it as a box of moves. a bunch of moves, right, over here. What we've got to do now is we've got to do the review for this bunch of moves over here, right? So this bunch of moves over here are linked to this bunch of moves over here, and there are some similarities from this lot and this lot, but they are different in many other ways. This lot here, lots of breathing, beautiful breathing, this sort of thing. This lot here, a lot more movement, that sort of stuff in it, all right? So we're going to go through this review. Now, if I get this review done quick enough, I'm going to do something else afterwards. If I don't, I'll leave what I was going to do afterwards, but I'll give you a good warning, all right, of what I'm going to do tomorrow. So, let's start. So your first movement was you stepped back, you turned, and you did a movement called shutting the door, all right? So you shut the door. So that looks like this. I'll do this in two ways. So you guys all face this way. So now, if you remember from previous ones, you're looking over your left shoulder, right? So you should be doing this, should be looking like me, turning that way, there, okay? So you're looking over your left shoulder, there. All right? So what we're gonna do, you're gonna be looking at me on your screen, like that, and you're gonna be facing this way, and you step back on your right leg. Okay, then you place that down onto the heel, turn on this, and now you're facing in a horse stance this way, all right? But as you do that, you're going to bring your hand across your face, and you're going to imagine that you're shutting the door, there. So shut the door, there, all right? So from here, step back, start to turn on the ball of this foot, the one I'm pointing to, turn, shut the door. From there, lift up this leg and your other hand. So this is shut the door and comes down. Right, so shut the door and lift up this knee. So we're lifting up as this comes down. See the opposites there? One comes down, one comes up. Pull the balloons down, place it back where you started, and then circle this round to shut the door. So if you just concentrated on this hand, when we're in this position, shuts the door, drops down, circles round, shut the door. If you concentrate on this hand without lifting the knee, right, as this shuts the door, that comes down, this hand comes up, right, and you notice opposites. One's at number 12 and a clock, one's at number 6 now, right? This comes down, and then down it goes, and down, and then this comes up. So you get that movement. So shut the door, grab the balloons, shut the door. Okay? Beautiful movement. But in the middle of that, you got to lift your knee. Ready? So shut the door, lift knee, shut the door. Okay? Movement number 1. Movement number 2, from shutting the door, you're going to take your weight over, so it's a leopard stance, turn on the heel, drop your hand, step forward, one big step forwards, and you're going to go for a hug. There. Okay? So, we've shut the door for the second time, okay? Shut the door, grabs balloon, shut the door, second time. Take your weight over, drop, turn. From here, step forward, a big step. There. All right? To there. Then what we do then is we go for a hug, and this hand comes round. And then what we're going to do now, push back. Shut the door with 2 hands. There. Okay? So let's do that again. Shut the door, lean over, going to go for a hug. So step forwards, go for a hug. Bring your hands round, step back, push the door to 2 hands. Okay? Now that's the first part there of number 3. So number 2 is go for a hug. Number 2, go for a hug. Number 3, shut the door. Okay, number 3 is not finished. Turn. On 1, 2, 3, you bang the nail and you breathe out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's up to number 3. So I'll do it in this direction. Okay, now if you want more in depth with this, go back, and I can't remember, but I would imagine around about day 7, somewhere around there, somewhere around the day 7, somewhere in there where I would have been doing the start of these moves. It's way more in depth. I spent sort of like 5 minutes on each one, that sort of stuff. But this is a good review for you. So I'm going to do it this way, okay? So now, if everybody faces that way, and if you look over your right shoulder, okay, you should be seeing me on a screen. Unlucky you. All right, turn that way. Okay. So from there, what you're going to do is you're going to step back on your right leg. That's the one nearest the screen. Okay. Step back, turn. Okay. And you shut the door. Lift your hand up. Pull the balloons down. Shut the door. Okay. Take your weight over. Turn on your heel. Step forwards. Go for a hug. Let the hand come round. Step back. Turn. Push the door too. Shut the door with 2 hands. Drop the hands. Turn on your heel again. Keep it turning. Turn this palm up. And on 3, you breathe out and bang the nail. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not ha. It's not a vocal noise. It's a breath out. Okay. Bang. There. All right. Number 4. From here, slide your hand over. Open your butterfly. All right. Take that leg back and across. Now you can do this as a sweep, so you can sweep it round, or you can do it as a step back, step across, okay? Then you're going to spin on the balls of your feet. There. Lift up. 2 butterflies. Break into 2. You've got 2 butterflies now. Fly around the world. Come down. Step forward. Pick the world up. Put one of the butterflies back to the top. Alright? From there, okay, that's when you've actually finished movement number 4. From there, we're going to do movement number 5. So you step back and turn the ball over. Shut the door. Either punch forward and punch forward, or push forward, push forward. Okay? Alright, let's do that again. So, end of number 3. Slide the hand over, get your butterfly, bring your foot round, spin, lift up, fly around the world, come down, pick the world up. My voice is going there. Pick the world up, put one of the butterflies back to the top, okay? That's the end of number 4. Number 5, turn the ball over, shut the door. 1, 2. End of number 5. Number 6. Come down with your hand. Imagine you're picking a ball up here, and you're going to lift it up on your knee. There, the side of your knee. Up, turn it over. Okay? And then step forward and press on the back of that hand. Right there. Press. There. Okay? So if I do it that way, I've gone from 4 to number 6. That was the end of 6. I'll do 4 to 6 this way. Okay? So, go from bang the nail. Bring your leg round. Lift your hands up. Open. Come down. Pick the world up. Put one of your hands or one of the butterflies back to the top. That's the end of 4. Turn it over. Shut the door. This is start number 5. 1, 2. End of number 5. Start number 6. Pick the ball up. Over. Down. Circle the hand back and press onto the back of that hand. There. Okay? That is the end of number 6. So we're going to go 7, 8, 9 and 10. Alright? 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, I might split it up a little bit during that, but that's the last lot we've got to do. So, we're in this position. We've gone forwards and we've pressed there. Okay? Now if you remember from 2 or 3 days ago, we go from there and we turn and we go 1, 2. So this is number 7. So 1, 2. But when we do this bit, we're going to step back to there. Okay, to here. All right. Now when you do that, don't be looking at your hands. Okay. When you step back, keep looking forward. So there, like that there. Okay. Here. There. So you've gone 1, 2. Step back, look forwards. All right. So number 8 comes from sweeping the floor now. So you've swept the floor backwards there. Step forwards. Lift this hand up. Lift this hand up, and turn. Okay, and then bring it across. As you bring it across, T stance. Remember, T. Number 9. Clouded hands there. Or tree sways in the breeze. Number 10. All right. Can you see how hard it actually is to split those down? Particularly when you get, when you come out of number 7. It's literally 8, 9, 10. All right. Remember what we called that? Cloud hands, or clouded hands, right? Or tree sways in the breeze, you know, this sort of thing. So any of those names is fine. Different places use different names. There's probably more than that for that particular set of moves, all right? So we'll do it this way. So we've come out of the end of number 6, so we're here. And we press in, there, okay? All right, sorry, there, get the footwork right, there. From here, turn. Number 7, so you're gonna go turn that way. And then when you turn this way, you take your front leg and step back. And then keep looking forwards, lift your hands, so sweep the floor with your fingers, lift your hands. Then come forwards, lift this hand up and turn it across your face. Bring this hand across your face, T-stance, and clouded hands there, or cloud hands. Step, push. Turn your hand, there, push. Okay, so that runs right the way up to number 10. Right. Now this bunch of moves, this goes right the way up to 24 moves. So we've done 10. We've done less than half of the actual 24 moves. We've done 10. All right. It's a good point to stop with, because it changes and does all sorts of things after this. But it's a very, very good point to stop with, and you can learn an awful lot, and you can get an awful lot of movement and feeling and you know, and energy and everything else from those actual moves. You are going to be training your legs, you're going to be training all the muscles, you're going to be training your arms, but you're going to be training the internal parts, the internal organs. You're going to be training your lungs, you know, your kidneys, your bones, muscles, all these things, right? And this is because you're going into certain positions that some people might not have been in for years or ever been in. All right, so I'm going to go through it in two ways now, and I'm going to run it from the start to the finish. I'm not going to go quick, but I am going to do it I'll do it one way in a normal, in sort of a, not me doing it, you know, me just showing you, and then I'll do it another way where I'm doing it, which is I'm putting me into it, okay? Which is more flowy, more movements, this sort of stuff, all right? So, I'll start off with, I'll do it as sort of like the sort of not me in there, all right? Me just showing you, which is what I've been doing. Every now and again you've seen me do a little bit, but I'll go all the way through to number 10 with it. But basic version to start with. So from here, step back, turn, shut the door. Lift up, pull down, shut the door. Turn, go for a hug. Shut the door. Okay, that's what I've shown you, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it with me putting me in there, right? You remember what I've said before. Learn the basic moves and then put you in it, all right? So learn basic moves and then you go in there, okay? So I'm going to put me in there now, right? But I'm going to do it, I'll do it facing, no, I'll do it facing this way, because I think you can see more of me when I'm doing it this way. All right, so I'll do it the fancy pants version, okay? Let's go and have a look, see what time we've got on the film. If there's enough time, we'll go and we'll do a second half of what I've got planned today. If not, second half will be tomorrow, okay? Give me a couple of seconds, check the time. Boo, not enough time. All right, just coming up, just over 28 minutes worth of film, which is enough for you guys for today. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to do the final staff spin, the hardest one, okay? And I'm going to teach that to you in little bits, and I'm going to do that. So for tomorrow, make sure you've got yourself a stick. Make sure you've got yourself a ruler or something. If you can get a stick, get a stick. You get something a bit bigger than a ruler, get it, because this is probably going to need it, all right? So get out there in your back garden. Don't destroy mum and dad's broom handle, anything like that. Don't kick the head off it, all right? Unless they tell you it can screw off, okay? And then screw back on. Don't kick it off. But I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll do the actual 5th staff handling exercise called the plum flower, okay? So, bring your feet together, your hand across your face, hold the moon, bring it over and bow. You know what I'm going to say now? Stay positive, stay happy, stay chirpy, like the birds. Hear that? Did you hear that? Hang on. Hear that? That's the greenfinch. Okay. It's robins and you. Hang on, be quiet. There. Greenfinch. It's great. Greenfinch are back. Brilliant. Anyway, have a lovely day, everybody. Keep smiling and look forwards. Bye.